Hi, this is Pete with Chopper Design. Today I'd like to talk to you about a 1957 Sportster we have for sale for a client. 1957 was the first year of the Sportster. The K model was converted to the Sportster with a new engine, the Iron Head, they called it, 883 cubic inches. 1,983 of these models in 1957 were manufactured. This one's about serial number 1500. We did a complete restore on this. As you can see, here's a frame all stripped down. We actually painted this with a foam brush because there was no such thing as powder coating back in 1957. You might see that these are original wheels, relaced. We've polished the brakes. We used 3 sets of shocks to get pieces in order to make these shocks perfect. We re-chromed the fender struts, everything that had to be done to make this bike perfect, we did. Engine, everything inside this motor was done. We bead blasted it to get the color right. We painted the cylinders as they were painted in 1957. New valves, basically new everything. Bearings on the crank, all that. We've got the original carburetor, very rare carburetor, DC1 they call it. We've put electronic ignition inside the original distributor. There's your horn, your Jubilee horn they call it, and we wired it up with cloth wire, as you might imagine, all the right kind of stuff. This bike is not 100% original, but it's really very original. We went to 12 volt and a few things to make it more manageable, so it's a real good rider. Here it is in all its glory, and it's beautiful red. And here I'm going to get you a little dizzy, but I want to walk around a bike, so if you're thinking about buying it, you can see everything. The original tank emblems are in place. A lot of these parts, either we had to make them, we had to find them, and it was not easy. It is a dual key setup. You're going to see a little better a little later. The flaps for the keys were impossible to come across, things like that. There are a few repop items, but not very many. Mostly it's dead stock items. Again, we look through, you can see the chroming is perfect. And here's your double key setup with the flaps, which are very hard to come by. We had to replace the leather. It was between the keys. It was gone. Again, another little quick look at the bike from the front. Everything's, as close to perfect as reasonable. I mean, this is a bike that we've ridden since the restoration a few years ago, but it's really, really nice, and it's so rare. You can't even know. There's a Jubilee horn. And again, another look at it. So now what we want to do is, if you're considering buying this motorcycle, you want to see how it starts. We're going to do a cold start. And there's a trick to it, of course. You put the choke on, you open up the fuel, you retard the spark with the left handlebar, and I like to give it 4 kicks. Full throttle, 4 kicks, key off. And this way we get a bunch of fuel in the intake manifold, in the mouth of the carburetor, so when we do kick it, we stand a good chance of starting it. A hot start, none of this is required, but cold start, this is what we like to do. Okay, so now I'm going to take the choke about half off, put the key on, again keep it retarded, full throttle, should start on the first kick. In this case, it doesn't. But second kick, it starts right up, and you can hear it. Motor's great. Anyway, we could adjust the volume, maybe a little loud for you. But I'm warming it up here, then I'll let it sit for about a minute before I give it a ride. We're going to show you a quick ride around the building, and then we're going to take you for a ride down the street and back. You'll get to hear the motor, get to hear how nice it runs. Okay. Oh, this is a right, in case you didn't know, 1957. This is right shift, left brake. Drum brakes, front and rear. And here you go. Listen to the engine sounds great. We just thought we'd give you a little insight as to that. Here I am coming in. You can hear it idles really nice once I turn it down. Now I'm going to take it for a ride. My GoPro mounts, you can hear it creaking in the background, and it gives up the ghost. A few times you'll see me adjusting it, but I wanted to take you for a ride. The bike ride's great. It feels like a bicycle in a lot of ways. It's got the original speedometer. Original. That's all original sheet metal, by the way. There's no repop anything on that. Been cleaned up and dents taken out of it and the like. The shroud around the headlight, that's all original. Again, re-chrome, but beautiful. And you can hear the bike. It sounds real good. But just like I said, it feels so. It's such a light motorcycle. It feels really, really good. You could look and bikes like this. They're very rare, and their condition is exceptional. There's a couple of guys around the country that do nothing but restore these. They'll do a better job than we could, but this is really freaking close. Close to perfect. Anyway, I'm just going to drive it back into the shop. Just wanted you to get a listen, see how well the clutch works, the brakes work. Everything works great, except for my GoPro, as you can see. Anyway, if you're looking for a very rare motorcycle that you can get on and ride and enjoy, has no problems, this might be the one. Okay, we're just going to pull it right into the shop and shut it down, but we try to make it as honest a depiction of it, show you a little bit of the restoration as well as the mechanical aspect of it. We're about to put this on eBay for sale. You can call us at the office. The number's going to come up in just a moment. We don't expect this to last very long. It's such a beautiful bike. It runs so good and it's so rare. It's going to do nothing but go up. The customer just can't kick it because of his age. So we're going to sell it. Here's our number, 478345007. Or you could look for it on eBay. There's not a one on eBay at this moment. And we're going to add the ad today. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.